there any gold companies worth watching? Well, it's a bit of a trick question because the conclusion of the matter is not really a sector or company that operates in the gold sector. But let's quickly have a look because I think something worth considering. And I'm not talking about the gold EFT, which we've written about before, but I'm talking about gold shares themselves. If you look at gold shares, or the gold sector rather, as opposed to the Aussie, it's really underperformed, hasn't it? You can see it's very clear here. Right now, it's broken through the bottom part of its Bollinger Band, so it means it's trading below its normal deviation, standard deviation. It's also in oversold territory. You can see from the stochastics that gold really is in the doldrums, and we understand that because the amount of gold that's been extracted out of South African gold mining companies has been relatively low. If you take the picture for 5 years, it also tells a very interesting story, because here's the starting point and we're actually below our starting point. So gold companies have gone nowhere in 5 years. The index is largely a factor of 3 shares, which we'll look at a moment, but it also needs to be brought into consideration that the rand price is a big factor. If you look at the rand price share in blue versus the US dollar price for gold, we can see that over 1 year the rand has certainly underperformed the US dollars. The picture over 3 years, that gap closes and it's pretty much the same, but over 5 years again we see the situation changing completely, where the rand price is actually higher than the US dollar price over a 5-year period. So although over 5 years we've seen the gold share do nothing, we can't blame it purely on the rand price. It's often to do with the amount of gold that's been extracted, because South African mines are very deep. Here's an example of Harmony and Anglo, just to give you an idea. They pretty much make up the index. You can see that there's a good correlation between the way they trade. Also Goldfields has outperformed the index a little bit of late, but maybe the better of the three, and certainly our preference of the three. But then again, it's very much a factor of the gold price, Goldfields, not as hedged as the others, and yeah, will benefit more from an increase in gold. An interesting one is Grand Basin gold. If you have a look at it, it has outperformed this year when the index. So there's something happening with Grand Basin gold. It's got the attention of the market, but it's still in oversold territory. The DMI ADX doesn't tell us that we should be rushing out to buy it. So if I look at everything in the gold sector, and anything that deals with gold, the only share that I can see that from a technical point of view is saying that we should buy is Pan African Resources. It's a share I wrote about right in the beginning when I launched Share Tips 3 years ago, and it really is an interesting story because it's got exploration. Yes, they are in dangerous countries you don't ordinarily want to be in, but they're shallow mines. They're able to, in fact, it's not just exploration. There's cash flowing into the company already. And if you look at the ADX, the DMI ADX, it's the only one that's sort of showing a bull trend. It's a very clear bull trend on it, and I like that MACD picture as well because it's not right on the top, but it's showing you that bull trend is clearly there. So if you want to bet on gold in an individual company, Pan's probably the safe one going forward.